Welcome to my hometown of Westport, County Mayo. You can't have a video about Westport without talking about Westport House. This house was built by the Brown family in the 18th century on the site of an O'Malley clan castle. It's not exactly here, it was somewhere in the area, but that castle and its surrounding settlement was called Cahernamarth, which is what Westport is known as in Irish. So this here is the front lawn of Westport House, and this is actually the original site for the town before it was shoved off and moved into town that way. John Brown, the first Earl of Altamount, decided that the house was to be moved off the front lawn, and development began in 1787. So this octagonal plaza was the first place in Westport to be planned, along with the three streets that come off it. So James Street, Shop Street and Peter Street up the hill. It's not the first one that was built though. That actually goes to John's Row, which is up Peter Street and to the left. Of course, when the family planned and built Westport, they needed somewhere for visitors to stay. So they built the Jeffers Hotel, which was renamed as the Railway Hotel once the railway was built in Westport. Okay, but what was it like actually growing up there? Behind me here is the site of the primary school that I went to. It was an all-girls school after junior and senior infants. For some mad reason, they decided that keeping boys and girls separated was a good idea. My most vivid memory of the school is we did a cooking class one day. We were brought down to the staff room. We were taught how to make culcannon, and it was the worst thing I have ever tasted. And coming from someone who's drank fluorescent green protein milk, that says a lot, okay? Thankfully, they decided to build a school that would have the boys and girls together, which makes far more sense. And for the residents of Westport who are familiar with this lovely crossing point in front of the school, I got hit by a car and it's my fault it's here. I just found a free community library. Let's see, is there any books in here? Oh, it's an old fridge. Amazing. Bring a book or take a book. Well, I think we have enough books. Well, that's really cool. I didn't even know that was there. So this is Westport's old courthouse, which was built around 1840. I've never actually been inside of it, so I don't know if that means that I'm an upstanding citizen or they just never caught me. So these are the gates of the Sacred Heart School. This is where I went to secondary school for a bit. Honestly, it was shit. I hated it here, so that's why I left and I went to university instead. One of my funny stories from that school is in history class, our teacher asked us, did the Romans build roads? What would you answer?
Yes.
Yes, I answered yes. And he berated me for that, only for him to turn the page in the textbook and have the next section be entirely about Roman roads. I thought they were famous for their roads, but I don't know, I guess he never heard of them. That's one of Westport's best known hotels, Castle Court Hotel. It's really nice. Oh, this is cool. Oh, they got the octagon in Lego. And yeah, that's the monument in the middle, and they got Matt Malloy's pub. Yeah, and the clock, and they got the little telephone thing up at the clock. Oh, now this is cool. Wow, a whole town. Oh, Grace O'Malley, the Pirate Queen. So this is the Mall. This is Westport's tree-lined boulevard. The Carabeg River had to be redirected to come in here to create a kind of a canal with I think 2 waterfalls further up the way. Funny story though, when it floods, it actually bursts this bank way down there, and instead of flowing along the canal, it'll actually flow through the houses down the very end. And there's a very famous picture taken of a postman opening a letterbox on one of the houses down here and water from the river rushing out through the letterbox. If I find it, I'll post it, but I have not been able to find it as of filming this. This is the Holy Trinity Church, which to me always seemed very spooky. We never really went in there. We did go in there once as part of some school trip. It looks like they're trying to restore it. Been in the town since 1872. I'm sure it is very pretty, because this is a Protestant church. Most people in town would be Catholic. It's never really went in there. This is Westport Library. When I was a kid, I took out a book here and didn't realise that you had to bring it back to the desk to check it back in, so I just went in and put it back on the shelf. Never went back again. So this is St. Mary's Catholic Church. So this was built in the 1800s. It was a very small church. The town outgrew it, they tore it down, and then they built this new facade in like the 1920s or so. Maybe we can take a very quick look in. So the clock here in the middle of town wasn't actually original. This used to be the well, and that's where the people of the town used to come and get their water before the clock was built. And this is the octagon, which is called an octagon because it's this area is an octagon shape. I see they got the old chicken wire to stop people from breaking in and kidnapping Jesus. Did you know that in my house, me and Dan every year would replace Jesus in the manger with something else and see how long it would take my parents to notice? Haven't done it this year yet. So Westport House here is technically like a theme park. It's Westport House and Adventure Park, or Pirate Adventure Park, or something like that. When I was a kid, it was £20 a year for membership, and you can come in and do whatever you want. And I remember playing in the ball pit in the house, but we also had like slip and slides and a hill slide and mini golf and things like that. And yeah, it's become a lot more expensive now, and probably not quite as much fun. But someday I'll come back and I'll go on all the rides here. I think in one of my old videos we were actually here and we rode the miniature train. So if I find that video, I don't remember which one it was, but I'll link to it up here and you can watch that.